Welcome to Lelena's Crochet. I'm Lelena, and today I am attaching granny squares to this blanket that I thoroughly screwed up. And I frogged the whole thing. I took the entire thing apart and still screwed it up. So it's gonna be for the house now, which is fine, but it still needs to get finished. Oh, and speaking of finished, yeah, I'm just sewing in the ends on my granny squares that I made yesterday. Let me show you my Cocoon sweater that I finally finished. Yesterday I did the sleeves because they just needed one more round, and my cats. I had it on the back of my chair over there and my cat laid on it. Because you know, you gotta lay on Granny's stuff. Can't just leave well enough alone. So let me find the front. Or the top. Here I go. Oh, I should have stood up, but I'm nice and comfy in my chair. Maybe I'll show it to you guys again. But it came out really nice. I love I like that I made the collar, I did it around of, since it's a cocoon, you know, I did double crochets all the way around. And then one of the times, was it one of the times? Two of the times, no, it was just one. One time when I ran around, from certain spot on the collar, you can see where I made it so that there's trebles. That's where you yarn over twice before you know, insert. And it ended up being a little bit longer from here to here around the back of my neck so I could fold it over. And I'm considering a pocket. This sleeve was looser. I found that out when I was at my aunt's. And I was like, oh, this sleeve is too loose, so I had to fix that. I went around and did a couple doubles, two together, and then I just had to make them even on this side. So yeah, I love it. It came out really nice, and it's very nice and warm, and I'm gonna get to wear it if it ever gets cold. Ha 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 ha. Again, it was cold for, what, a day? So, and I am going to do a video again later showcasing all my finished blankets that I'm going to send to Boggy Creek. They're all washed, and they're in this box right here, but I don't want to have to get up. So, we'll see. But, so, yeah, right now this is what I'm just putting my squares on. See, so putting them on the end, and then I'll stick them together, and then I'll see how far that I need to continue, and we'll see. It's gonna be a lap blanket, but I done a squiggle wiggle blanket from Juan the Yarn Addict, and I know I've told you guys about it. I didn't measure it. That was my own mistake. But now, because it's so easy, that squiggle wiggle blanket is so easy. It's his version of a mile a minute, and it is fast, and it's so pretty when it's worked up. That's why I chose these colors. He did primary colors, and he made it so that there was no two matched, so they were all different, but they were all the same color, so it looked really nice. He did a really great job, of course, but actually mine did look really nice. It's just that they were all different sizes, and that's not how you put a blanket together. So yeah, one, I don't understand how, because I was trying to measure against the same one all the time, and One of them just ended up being almost a foot too long. I'm like, what on earth was I thinking? I was not paying attention and got into doing what I was doing, and yep, that was it. So I'm sewing in my ends. I tightened it nice and tight right here. I used a magic circle so I could get it a nice small. How big are these? I keep all my little stuff here next to my chair so I can relax. They're 3-inch squares. So, well, which makes sense because they're 3 rounds. It's the center and 2, yeah, so each round is an inch. So it makes it simpler to measure. I got my dog snoring, and my husband and his friend are outside playing. They're getting the old RV started that hasn't started in over a year, so they can move it out of the way, because they got something they're doing. I mean, it's fine. They can do whatever. I just wish they weren't noisy about it. Poor guys. And they're working hard out there. So my husband actually had 4 days off. I was so happy. He never gets time off. He was working 6 days a week for a year and a half. And he finally got time off, because last year he didn't take this much time. I think he only got the 1 day last year for Thanksgiving. So, did we go camping last year? No, I don't know. I can't remember. We used to go camping all the time for Thanksgiving. I think he's tired this year from working all the time. But my dog, I have a livestock guardian, and she likes to come in during the day and sleep where it's nice and calm and relaxing. And then she's outside up all night, keeping the property protected. Yeah, people out here, because I live up in the mountains, they've seen my neighbors that don't have livestock guardians or big dogs on their property. They've seen bears and mountain lions and javelina and all the, all the big scary stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, there was a mountain lion that was hanging around, and like, the only thing we've ever had a problem with is skunks. And they get into my chicken coop and eat my chickens. So we've done our best. I'm almost done trying with the chickens, because we have a lot of feral cats out there. Just because they're feral, you can't catch them and they're too smart for traps and such. So we have a bunch of cats out there, and they were getting into the chicken coop and killing my baby chicks. Like, good. The expensive ones. So we're down to 7, I can't remember, freaking chicks. We'll see. I'll go out there again later and count them up. We still have months before they lay, but hopefully we can keep them alive. Actually, keeping them alive is not the problem. It's keeping the predators out that's the problem. The cats were climbing into the top of the chicken coop, where there was a hole about that big along one of the where the roof meets the wall. And it's been like that for 10 years. This is the first time we had a problem with that. So, because my husband found fur right along the edge because we couldn't figure out how it was getting into the chicken coop. Oh, I was so mad. He wants the chickens. Will we get the fresh eggs? Yeah, we get the fresh eggs. Anyway, this is crochet channel. Oh, and I did have some, still working on that diamond blanket. I was trying to do, it's for knitting, it's called a Sophie scarf, but I don't knit. So I was like, there's gotta be one for crochet. So I was looking and I found one. One super similar, but it involves quite a bit of counting. We all know I'm not good at the counting. So I'm gonna have to frog back a little bit because I lost my way there, but hopefully soon that'll be something that we can all look at. And my luck of the draw, this week's colors were, they were both blue. And I realized, I was looking at my bags, like, they're awfully light. I didn't realize that they'd already drawn, well, of course this was week 6. So they've already drawn 5 numbers. They've drawn all the numbers already. One time. So I'm like, oh man, I've got yarn that like they ran out. I'm gonna have to choose more yarn. But I also saw a lady saving her ends if it's like more than 12 inches or whatever, or 12 or more, or 10 or more, something like that. She started saving her yarn. So, and made it into a big yarn ball. And I was like, you know, Juan kind of does something similar, but not with such short ends. He cakes it all up. And I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna ball mine, because there's, you know, some random colors in there. There's a dark green and a dark blue and a lighter green, and then this lighter blue that was the end of my skein for luck of the draw this week. And I just added it all up. I'm like, man, this sucker's getting kind of big. So I'm gonna work that up into a random blanket, I guess. Yeah, it could probably be a granny stripe. I bet that would be nice. Or in the round. Maybe a rectangle. I'm gonna have too many square blankets around here. So I'm keeping that up. I'm liking it. Because it'll be fun once I start unraveling it, seeing all the colors from all the projects. And I haven't started the one with the fuzzy cowl yet. That I'm going to be starting that this week. Because I've got 2 project bags empty. And I think that's it for this week. My diamond blanket, I'm still working on that. Slower because I want to get this one finished. Because I started this one first and then I set it aside because it was all screwed up. And now I'm like, okay, I need to do something with it. I need to get it off the hook and out of the house and just, I mean, you just gotta deal with stuff sometimes. And I'm using my little container for my yarn ends. I use it all the time. So, and I'm gonna have to go into the craft room and maybe I'll do a blanket unboxing in there. And you guys can see, well, not unboxing, the blanket boxing. So I can take it to the post office this week and send that off to Nancy. She's got yarn too. She's collecting all the Boggy Creek blankets and she showcases them once a week before because then they stack them all up and they are gonna put them, they got a trailer to take to put the blankets, so they don't have to rent a truck to take it to Boggy Creek now, because she lives a couple hours away, so it's not as difficult for her to go and do it, but she's got a lot of blankets. What was the last one? 1,262, I think. I can't recall exactly because we didn't do it this week, so I can't recall how many there were, but yep, there's a lot of blankets. And I have the window open, so it's nice. I'm getting to wear my Cocoon sweater. I'm enjoying it. It's nice. I'm gonna wash it because since it's acrylic yarn, it's not bad. I made it with a Ogo, and I think those are Karen cakes or Karen yarn. But I'm gonna wash it so it gets nice and soft, because as soon as you wash it and then put a little bit of fabric softener, it softens right up. Becomes really nice and cushy. And it's already nice and soft and gushy, and my blanket stitch made it nice and thick. But it's not bad sitting here with the window open. And my dog snoring in the background. Oh, and I play these things. They're called dishscapes. I play them on the TV while I'm sitting here chilling, because it's just relaxing music, and I'm not actually, I don't have to pay attention. But they have every now and then something will happen on that, because it's just a little scene, and every now and then skiers will come down the little mountain or the lights will all come on. Yeah, Dish Network. They're entertaining me. They usually always have a Bigfoot or a Yeti or whatever. It's pretty funny. Here I go. My next one. I'll start this one and then I'll probably let you guys go, because we already been on here almost 20 minutes. And I'm still figuring things out YouTube wise. I may start some TikToks under this same name later. And I do actually, yesterday when I was making these, because each one only took like 10 minutes maybe, because it's only 3 rows. So I got them done pretty quickly. I made 24 of them in probably 3 hours, and that includes taking time out for dinner. Because I was like, what can I do instead of just making rows and rows and rows and rows and rows on this blanket? Well, what can I do? I'm like, why don't I make some granny squares? Because it seems like everybody's got the same idea recently with the granny square thing, with all their spare ones. Because I don't know how, as crocheters, we must just keep squares laying around. Or we make a blanket and have too many, or because I don't know, I've always made a couple extra just in case. What if one gets messed up or lost, or maybe I miscounted, which could possibly, my math sometimes, maybe I mathed wrong, which can happen. I'm sure it's not just me. See, there's my end into my little container. I try. And it is kind of calming to just put the pieces together. Especially with my dog laying here freaking snoring. Makes me tired. Joel, can't you snore outside? She vibrates it's because she's such a big dog. She vibrates the whole floor. So here I go, my next square. I'm doing back loop, just doing a single crochet join, because I want the since there's so many lines anyway, I want the lines separating, because there's lines everywhere. So I want the line to separate the end, because who knows, maybe once I get this done, I'll put a border all the way around and call it done. It is big enough, but I still have more yarn, so we'll have to see how that goes. Oh, excuse me. Told you, my dog snoring relaxes me. And I am very slow at putting the squares on. It's another reason I'm glad they're only 3 inches long. I feel like I get accomplished quicker because it doesn't take very long. So, we're getting it. And I'm trying to tuck my ends in at the same time and crochet over them. Fewer to weave in, because I already have to weave in all the ones from on the back of the squares. Last tail there. Yep, I'm gonna have to trim that one. Oh, maybe not. I think it got hidden. And I think my daughter-in-law is having my grandson watch my videos. So, I'll say, hi Elias. Granny loves you. My sweet angel baby. I love when she sends videos and stuff. Even of this, when he was younger, now that he's getting bigger, he's not even 2, so he's just bigger. He's not grown up by any means. Well, there we go. Another square done. Yay! Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I hope you have a great week coming, and I will see you again soon. Thanks.